Alright, so we're recording. Jaron's Charizard here. Vinny, Snacks, whatever you know me by. I've been up and down emotionally lately. And, I don't know, second guessing friends and stuff. Trying to figure out really where my life is headed. A lot of you know exactly the situation I'm in. For those who don't, you probably will learn later or not. So I don't know. But no, like, lately I've just been feeling horribly lonely. And today I broke down and I started crying, like hard, really badly. But it wasn't a sad cry. That's the thing. I have the tendency to walk around, pace around my house, and talk to myself. Why? Because it's my way of venting the things I want to vent that I normally don't like venting to other people because of, I don't know, fear of embarrassment or something, awkwardness or something. I don't know. I'm a weird person. What can I say? But that's the thing. You know, I have to do this for myself. It's usually always for myself. Not really. I never really do the whole walking vent and practice something I'm going to say to someone. It's usually just for me to vent what I got to say, but I want to hear it myself to myself and answer it myself. I don't know. I'm the most weird person because I'm really lazy and unmotivated, yet I'm always self-sufficient. I have to do things on my own, but I need outside motivation in order to do things on my own. But anyways, no. As I'm saying, so like lately I've been feeling extremely alone. I've got thousands of friends, people I call acquaintances or friends or really close friends. And I was actually talking to someone a while ago, and I told them about my best friends, Glenn and Basil, and they really got really snippy with me and really literal, questioning me. How can you have best friends? It's one best. They always outstand the rest. But I'm like, well, that's the thing. That's why you can have more than one best friend. And I never, weigh in or out who or who, because those two, by far, stand out more than anyone that I know. Like, I've got great friends, and I hope they don't get this wrong or take this the wrong way. I have amazing friends, but it's just these two, like I said, by far compare to no one other than themselves. I mean, they're exactly like me. They're exactly the same, though. That's the thing. And they're like on the same level. They each have their own little differences, and weave in and out on certain aspects and whatnot. But overall, it's the same thing, and it's the greatest. And like, I always think, oh man, I feel so lonely. I'm stuck in the house all day. I feel so lonely. Nobody's here. Nobody's there to talk to, and yada yada yada. But you know, I really think about it, and the thing really is that I just want them to be here. Like, honestly, despite all the fake raping and the beatings and all the stupid stuff that we do together, like even if it annoys the crap out of me, I love it. I love every minute of it. And honestly, I can tell you guys, anyone who knows me, anyone who calls themselves, my friend or calls me their friend or whatever, I can tell you right now. And I really, again, I hope you guys don't take this the wrong way, but no one, no one would ever compare to these two. And Basil, if you ever watch this, don't take this the wrong way. I mean, and I'm sure you understand. You know the history between me and Glenn. Glenn, by far, he's not even a friend to me. He's a brother. Like, I've got Timmy, who's unofficially adopted brother, and I see him as, a younger brother, but Glenn is like a brother brother. I would gladly give my life for that guy. Like, honestly, I I would, in the blink of an eye, in the instant of a heartbeat, I would give my life for him if I had to. 8 years. That's nine. Eight. Oh, that confused me. I'm like looking at my hand. I'm like, no, there's supposed to be a three there. The camera's backwards to the fucking movie camera. But 8 years, 8 years strong. He and I have been best friends, better friends than anyone I know. Anyone. And I couldn't be happier about it. Like, honestly, when you're so clouded with certain other aspects of your life and looking at certain things and you think about all that negativity, you really lose sight on everything that's true and good and important to you, or what should be important to you. And it's amazing to know that I have such a great friend. Like, alright, I'm gonna give you a breakdown as to why he's such a great friend. Glenn will always tell you that he loves me to death and that he's always gonna be my best friend because I saved his life. I never knew this for like at least the first 3 or 4, maybe 5 years. But like recently, in the past few years now, Glenn always tells people, if it wasn't for this guy, I wouldn't be here right now. And I finally asked him, why he keeps saying that. I don't remember doing anything. And he told me the first time I met him was back in middle school. This was the first time I repeated the seventh grade. So it was like 2000 something, 2002, 2003, or some shit like that. I don't fucking remember. But Glenn was apparently gonna commit suicide. In fact, it was one day before the day Glenn had planned to commit suicide that I met him. And the way I met him, the same way I meet anyone and everyone. Saw somebody I thought looked cool, was interested in, and I was like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Come on, why don't you come with me? Let's hang out, let's talk. And introduced him to my clique. He felt like he had no friends and all this other stuff, and then that he tells me that that day, I brought him in and he met this awesome guy who thought he was really cool, and me and him, we had so much in common, and we're just shooting stuff back and forth. So he's like, oh, this is awesome, and then I introduced him to everybody, and then from my introduction of him to everybody, he just grew and expanded there. And he tells me that if it had not been for me that day, he would have committed suicide and he would not be here anymore. And I was like, wow, I didn't know I could have such an impact on somebody's life. And it was amazing. It was an amazing feeling. But I feel indebted to him. Why? Because that boy right there is the sole reason I continue to go on. He is the one and only, above all other reasons, that I continue to struggle and fight, and the stupid existence that I'm forced to deal with, or the stupid choices that I've made. He's the reason why I fight so fucking hard to make sure I don't make those same stupid decisions. Yeah, there are some stupid decisions I continue to make, but I kind of like the consequences and the benefits of those. So, that's that thing. Like, honestly, 8 years. There was a 2 year period where we didn't even talk because he went to Edgewater High School, and then I ended up going to an alternative school because I got in trouble in school. So we had a 2 year period where we didn't know where each other lived. We didn't have a phone number to contact each other at. So we had no way of communicating. And then by some happenstance of Smex being Smex and, fooling around with some hot chick and really, just wanting to have sex with her, I ended up realizing, hey, you know Glenn through her? And I'm like, what? And so then she brought me down to his house, and then from there it was nonstop. Then he and I became even closer. And I swear to God, like, nothing makes me touched more than the story of when I got arrested the first time. I got arrested for some shit. And I spent 6 months in jail. And when I got out, I went and he was the first person I saw, first person I had to see. Called him right up and I'm like, dude, I'm out, man. Just hang out. It was amazing. But the thing was, when I got out and I talked to him about it, he told me the most like touching thing I swear I've ever heard. The fact that he was there the day I got arrested, and then he was going back to high school Edgewater, GSA, Gay Straight Alliance. It was like a gay people and straight people in the school meet together and talk about things and try to get a better understanding of each other to kill the animosity between each other, kind of shit. And he went there that day with my, I guess, ex Ashley or whatever. I don't even know what to call her. And he broke down in tears during GSA. And everybody in GSA knew me, and they'd never seen Glenn cry. Glenn broke down, and so did Ashley. And they actually had to grab him and hold him down because he was just so enraged. He went off and started bashing in lockers. I've never been more touched in my life to know somebody cared about me that much, to feel that much pain and anger, to see me gone. I want to sit down with him and talk to him about creating a date. Like, we got to pick a date that we would figure that we both met so we can have our anniversary date. And we're going to have a best friend anniversary. Girls, drinks, parties, whatever. But in the end, man, I love him to death. He is the greatest friend I've ever had. So until next time.